So the point of our last activity was for you to realize the following thing: that when you had a discriminant, which is going to be listed as b squared minus 4ac, when you had that where it's equal to 0, what that is going to mean for your graph is that it's only going to have one x-intercept. So this kind of discriminant would look something like this. Okay, so it could look like that. Also, you might have a situation where it was negative, where your a value is negative. So this would be a less than 0, and this would be a greater than 0. How about that? So really the only difference is if the amount of x squares is negative, then your parabola will be upside down. If you have your discriminant, if that is greater than 0, so how does that change things? Well, if your discriminant is greater than 0, what you're going to have is it's going to go through the x-axis and come back around. Remember, this means that it's going to have two distinct real answers, and so that's represented by two distinct x-intercepts. And then that occurs if your a value is greater than 0. Now, if it's less than 0, if a is less than 0, you're going to have the same thing. You're going to have two different places of intersection, but your parabola, again, is going to be turned upside down. So it's going to look like this. And then lastly, if you have your discriminant being less than 0, okay? If it happens to be less than, what does that mean? Well, if your discriminant is less than 0, you are going to end up with a parabola with no x-intercepts. Now, this one, when a is greater than 0, well, notice how it never touches the x-intercept. It's always north of the x-axis. So you'll see in the next examples, this means that it's going to always be positive, right? It has no answers, so it does not intersect the x-axis anywhere, and it's always positive, okay? So that's kind of important. And then also, if we have our a value is less than 0, oops.
There they go, the clown and the two thugs.
If our a value is less than 0, then it's always going to be negative, right? It's going to start negative, and then it will never actually have any x-intercepts, so it stays negative the whole time. It gets as high as it can, which is not at 0, and then it turns around. So just keep this in mind. This is what the activity was supposed to try to get to you.